Stirring the coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning, welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan, it's good to be back. We'll get started, but first, French roast coffee made in a stainless steel Farberware percolator in the Rooster coffee mug. Ah, perfect, every time, nice. Boy, that's nice. I'm going to put a link for these. This is fantastic for listening to audiobooks. Look at an audiobook this way. Think about this. Look at audiobooks as a weight loss or exercise or a fitness technique. For instance, the average book is, how many hours of listening? Let's say if you walk an hour a day. The heck with that. Let's just say you walk a half hour a day, 30 minutes a day, and the average audiobook is 8 to 10 hours. There's 16 to 20 walks you can do while listening to an audiobook. So you're learning at the same time that you're walking. The great thing about these is when I get a phone call, because I'm doing everything on my phone, I just press the button. Hello, then when you're done with your call, press the button, it's gone. Very simple. So I think it's a very viable way to do podcasts, a very viable way to do videos, and they're sweat proof, they're light, you don't have some big heavy thing on your head, the visual is not like you with big headphones on. So it's something worth trying. I happen to like these because I do a lot of work online and I'm constantly recording things, and I think these are going to be it. I do also have a blue Yeti microphone, but I don't want that big giant thing in front of me as well. I'm not interested in that big giant thing. I'm not interested in the broadcasting look or a big boom coming down with, the microphone in front of me. It doesn't have to be that way. I know it's like a thing. That's the first thing people think about is, what kind of equipment do I need? Yeah, well, I've had plenty of microphones and headphones over the years. The lapel microphones that I usually use are fantastic. The Purple Panda ones that just plug into the phone. But from what I understand, when I upgrade my phone, there's not going to be a jack for a headphone. Everything is going to be done via Bluetooth. So boom, I jumped on it. And I won't need to plug in a lapel microphone anymore. If I end up doing my podcasts with my laptop right here, then obviously I can connect these via Bluetooth to the laptop, and we'll see how that works. Let me ask you this. What is the highest and best use of your time right now, of this hour, right now? That question, what I call the highest and best use question, is the single best focusing tool one can use. I tend to use timers when I do work around the house. This is a timer. A 1 hour timer. Let's just say, I set it. I'm not going to do it now because it's early in the morning and I just don't want to hear a timer go off. I like analog timers, okay? And I just put it on a lanyard. And it also has a magnet on it. You know what? Maybe I'll find a link for this, because I find, I have a metal table here. It stays on the metal table. It'll go on the refrigerator, or I use this and just hang it on a doorknob somewhere where I'm doing work. For instance, for those of you that have ADD, it's hard to give your attention to things from start to finish. That's me. Iron half a shirt, shave my face, vacuum half the rug, but nothing gets completely done, ever. So work in 15-minute increments. The alarm goes off. A beautiful analog tool. I'm not talking about using the timer on your phone or on your stove. An analog tool like this. 15-minute increments. Iron for 15 minutes, clean for 15 minutes, then reset it again. If you want to maximize your time, if you want to practice the quote-unquote highest and best use principles, an analog timer is going to be incredible for you for productivity. You will get more done in one day, 15 minutes at a time, than you will just looking at your day, just looking at a calendar. I can say that that technique has made me up to $5,200 in one day. Focusing. And that is the most I've ever made in one day, other than like selling a car or selling things. All of it has to do with how you manage your time. And if it has to be in 15-minute increments, boom, then do it. I want you to be a fan of yourself as much as you are a patriot, a fan of your country. I'm speaking specifically to the American bros out there. Your country is not going to rescue you. I have news for you. You save you. You'll die for your country, but you won't put that much effort into yourself? Come on. Hell, if you can't make it here, you're not going to make it anywhere. And this is for my American friends, or I should say anyone in any Western civilization. You have more opportunity now in 2022, and the two biggest obstacles to overcome are your programmed broke-ass mindset that you can't do it. Someone said to me, how are you going to make $3,000 a day? That sounds like a scam. I'm like, really? I do it all the time. Because you've been programmed to think that anyone who makes any money without going to a job is somehow ripping people off. That is not the case. It has to do with a lot of hard work. I only hang with people who are earning. I am done with talkers. Done. They drag you down. Cut ties with them. I don't care if they're family or not. Cut ties. Your success has to do with two things: the friends and acquaintances that you pursue, and the friends and acquaintances and family that you avoid on purpose. The two biggest obstacles to overcome are your programmed mindset and government regulations and the hoops that they make you jump through. However, millionaires are being made daily by people who suppress negativity, cut ties with negative people, and focus solely on optimizing every waking minute of the day. Did you give the first hour of the day to yourself? I did, from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. That was my hour of me upgrading me. Your phone says you need an upgrade every so often, right? The operating system on your computer. You know, Windows has an upgrade. When they're going to do it at this time, you get to set the time. Or shut down now and upgrade. What are you doing to upgrade you? What are you doing to upgrade you? I've upgraded myself. I am not Sultan 2.0. I am Sultan 200.0 at this point. I'm not just a new version. I'm a new version times 200. Constantly improving, constantly emerging, stronger, faster, smarter, sharper, eliminating negativity, dead weight, improving and upgrading just the way that I look, period, does wonders. Even if you don't feel like it on the inside, upgrade the outside, and it works its way in. And when you get a glimpse of yourself, you're like, oh, it's paying off. All that hard work is paying off. And I'm not talking about just like not doing stuff. Sure, can you get into shape by not eating this, not doing that, not doing this? I like to take a more active approach and say you will get into shape by actively eating this, by exercising, by using your resistance bands, by hitting the gym, by taking a walk. That's why this right here is important, a headset like this, because number one, you can listen to an audiobook and learn and take phone calls and be active. You are actively working on yourself, the highest and best use of this minute, the highest best use of this hour, the highest and best use of my day. You practice that every day. You have to make $3,000 a day to make $1 million in a 12-month period. Can you do that? Can you do that? Is it possible? Of course it is. There's a lot of people doing it. You just need to find out who they are and emulate what they are doing. At 11 a.m. today, I'm going to be releasing my newsletter, and the topic is why she isn't showing more interest in you. And the answer is going to surprise you. And this is a free men-only newsletter, but you have to sign up for it at georgebruno.com. It's a free Unstuck newsletter. I call it the Unstuck newsletter. But today I'm answering the question why she isn't showing more interest in you. If you're not signed up for the newsletter, please do so. Just go to georgebruno.com. It's probably the best, I would say it's the best resource for men, for positive mindset, building your body, building your money, and creating opportunities for yourself and overcoming negativity. Let's not underestimate the power of eliminating negativity and unloading those that are negative. It is the best resource. There is none better. Go to georgebruno.com, sign up for the newsletter. I won't disappoint you. I promise you, and I won't waste your time. Every time I hear someone say, I'm on a fixed income, I chuckle. And I respond in my head, that's your choice, dude. A simple calculator, like a little solar-powered calculator you buy at Staples or Walmart, can be a motivational tool. Mess around. 1 million divided by 365. You'll see what you have to earn every day, the kind of income, revenue you have to generate in order to earn $1 million. What do I have to do today? And your goal is to do everything, the power of focus, every keystroke, every phone call, everyone you talk to, everything you write has to be in the direction of your goal. You heard me say, a traveler said to Socrates, how do I get to Mount Olympus? And Socrates, in his wise-ass fashion, replies, just make sure every step you take is in the direction of Mount Olympus. How do I make $2,700 a day for 365 days a year? Just make sure everything you do is in the direction of creating and earning that revenue. It can be done. It can be done. A simple calculator. It can help you figure out what you need to earn in 1 hour. If you work 365 days a year, let's just say you work every day without taking a break. Can you make $1 million? Yes. It's about 2,700 something. All right, divide that by, let's just say you want to work 12 to 14 hour days. So you put in the work now so you can kind of like relax a little bit later. You can't always have this hustle and grind kind of thing, but you might have to have that for a year or two to get the income just kind of rolling in a little bit, and then you start investing the money. Like for instance, right now I'm interested in buying small businesses and helping them grow. Not just consulting with small businesses. I want ownership. I want ownership or part ownership. A simple calculator will help you figure out what you need to make in 1 hour, and focus on that. Set your timer for 1 hour and make sure everything you do. If you have to boil it down to 15-minute increments, what do you need to do? What do you need to do? How much do you need to earn in 15 minutes? Think about that. Breaking things like that down can be one of the most helpful things you do for yourself. Same thing with the physical kitchen timer, the ticking kind with a dial. It's a kitchen timer. Analog tools, a calculator, even though it's digital. Think about it, a actual calculator, just a little handheld calculator that you buy for $6 at Staples or Walmart is considered almost analog-ish now compared to everything else, right? It's very old school, but a calculator and a timer, my most underrated motivational tools. Use everything to propel you forward. Remember, the analog life is not to be abandoned in the digital age. Here's just a reminder that somebody less qualified than you will have serious positive cash flow today because they're not afraid of pitching themselves, their product or service. You need to learn how to communicate to express your value. Is there a value exchange in what you say and what you do? Do people want to give you money for what you say and do, or the products that or services that you represent? Somebody less qualified than you is going to have seriously positive cash flow because they're not afraid of talking about their services. It's disrespectful to yourself not to systematically chase your ambitions, but your gut is telling you all the time to chase those ambitions, but you're rejecting it. You're rejecting it. I love this meme, this Batman and Robin meme. You can get some really great stuff out of them. I stand with Ukraine, Robin says. Batman is like, whack! He says, we're gay this month. Funny, but true, right? How about stand for yourself? I stand with Israel. I stand with Ukraine. What if you said, I stand with myself? How about stand with yourself, make money, get healthy, get tan and jacked, make an impact somewhere? What a damn concept, isn't it? You might be viewed as selfish or a grifter, but guess what? I think standing with anything else is stupid. I don't stand with rainbow flags. I don't stand with anything that puts a fucking label on me. And neither should you. Stop it. Get rid of your fucking Ukraine flags. Get rid of your rainbow flags. Get rid of your Star of David. I can't believe he said that. Stop it. Give a shit about yourself. No one gives a shit about you. No one's coming to rescue you. Nobody. Think about all the people, things, organizations, entities that you stand for. Do they stand for you? Yeah. Don't hold your breath. Stand for yourself. This world keeps you being the weakest version of yourself. Can this be changed? Absolutely. You know why? Do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. Do the opposite. It's great. I love this quote. When I was 40, I wanted to be a millionaire. When I was a millionaire, I wanted to be 40. You know what that is? That is humans always wanting what they don't have. The grass is always greener. Just always be improving. In the corporate world, we used to say continuous quality improvement. What happened with America is we never kind of internalized that. We never internalized that. Continuous quality improvement. Somebody asked me, how do I like my steak? My answer is right next to my other steak. You don't, or never will, own your wife, your girlfriend, your LTR. Loosen the grip, fellas, and lead. This is not leading. You know what leading is? Letting go. Letting go. People stay in your orbit when you lead, not when you put them on a leash. Lead is always better than leash. As soon as men realize that, everything changes for the better, whether it be business, relationships, friendships, which you probably have very few. You have a lot of friendly acquaintances, but very few friends. You can still give a damn, but without control and choking the life out of everything. Modern single women moan and groan about men only texting, not desiring to meet. Nobody wants to meet, they say. Well, let me ask you this. Does how you present yourself, ladies, the very few that are watching this, look like a dude's resume? I'm the CEO, I'm the VP, I'm the director of this or that. Boss babe. Men don't give a shite about that. Are you feminine? Do you cook? Can you wear dresses? Lose the boy haircut? Stop talking about men like they're a new chapter. I'm starting a new chapter in my life. Dude, you're a new chapter. She just turned the page from her old chapter. Sarcasm. I'm sarcastic. That's my what do they say? That's my primary language. I speak in sarcasm. Sarcasm is not a language, ladies, and it's very unattractive. Ramp up your femininity, and your desirable masculine man will magically appear. Conversely, men, you need a woman, jack up your masculinity. How do you do that? From the outside in. You might not feel very masculine. You might feel powerless on the inside. Start working on the outside, and people will start reacting to you in a different way, which will reinforce your masculinity. You're not free if you can't take a day to spend time with a loved one without filling out paperwork to ask for permission. You're not free if you can't make more money without filing for a raise. You're not free if you want to take a 3-day weekend, but you have to give plenty of notice. You're not free if you have to talk in sick voice while calling out sick. There is a way to live free without doing all of that. On the free slave scale, where do you stand? And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you on the next Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, reason, and the double biceps pose.
Hi, my name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm
Why don't you shut up?